Happy New Year and welcome back to another FPL video. It's almost 4 o'clock in the morning here and I was not going to make another video, but there has been so much news since my previous video, which was just a day ago. So I figured I'd do an impromptu video and give you all the information that you need to know, as well as an updated team selection and best wildcard team based on this information. So please show me some love and smash a like or comment below. It really goes a long way in helping the channel grow, and if you aren't subscribed yet, I hope that you do. Anyway, let's jump into the announcement of Double Gaming21 and some updated news. So news broke earlier today that 3 teams will get a Double Gaming21, and those teams are Everton, Brentford and West Ham. The graphic on screen was done by the FPL planning god Ben Krellin. As you can see, there are still tons of fixtures to be rescheduled, and we are looking at a massive Double Gaming22 with up to 8 additional fixtures added to the current schedule. And according to Ben, the announcement of those fixtures could be released by Friday at the latest. You can study the graphic on screen and let me know your thoughts below, but for now, let's move on to some news from earlier today, starting with Dennis is not going for AFCON. There are also rumours that Alisson and Firmino have tested positive for COVID. Southampton versus Newcastle is officially postponed. Lukaku is still chatting utter shit, disrespecting Chelsea and kissing Inter's ass. And the one thing that I did not mention here is that there are very strong rumours that Phil Foden has also tested positive for COVID-19. So I do hope that we get to hear a little bit more on that a little later today, and hopefully before the Gameweek deadline. And taking all that information in, let's now look at an updated team selection and best wildcard team for Gameweek 21. So I'm going to make this a very quick video, and I finished Gameweek 20 on 39 points after taking a -4 points hit. And that was down to Mo Salah blanking after missing a penalty. He scored his last 15 penalties and he unfortunately missed the one that mattered the most in terms of FPL, where his effective ownership was just 128% in the top 10k. But what can you do? And I finished on I would say a small red arrow considering a captaincy blank, where I went from 3.9k to 5.7k. This is my FPL history for those of you who haven't seen it yet. Playing for 6 seasons now, and my worst rank to date is 86k. In terms of the FPL Cup, 39 points saw me go through to the 6th round of the Cup, and saw me progress in the Liverpool Cup and the Supersport League Cup as well. Now moving on to my team selection, and I will be looking at taking a -8. And I'm sure you're wondering why a -8. Well, that's because I want to target West Ham and Everton's double gaming fixtures for Gameweek 21. And my thinking behind it is, I'm sure you're asking, is the hit worth it? Well, for me, if we're bringing in a double gaming player, you should take it as a -2 per transfer instead of a -4, as they're likely getting at least an additional 2 points for playing 1 extra game. Well, that's my rationale anyway in selling Mo Salah as part of a -8, or should I say a -4. So what I am looking at the moment is selling Mo Salah and bringing in Son to target that Watford fixture, as well as Son likely getting a double Gaming22, as well as selling Douglas Luiz and Emil Smith-Rowe for Jared Bowen and Gray from Everton. So I have a 0.3 in the bank, right? So I have a 0.3 leeway, and I really wanted to make those moves tonight, seeing as Son is likely going up in price with Mo Salah possibly dropping in price as well tonight. So it's going to be very touch and go there. And although I wanted to confirm that transfer, news then broke, well, not really news, very strong rumors came out that Phil Foden has tested positive for COVID, which now changes my plans. If Foden does test, or if he has tested positive for COVID, then I will likely do Foden out for Jared Bowen. And Douglas Luiz to Gray on a -4, which is effectively a -2, and keep Mo Salah against Chelsea. I do think Mo Salah would be a great captaincy shot this game week if there were no double game weeks. I do think Liverpool and Mo Salah will come back quite strong this game week against Chelsea. But there are also rumors that the Liverpool versus Chelsea game could be postponed. And if that game is postponed, then I will likely go with option 1, where I do sell Salah and bring in Gray and Bowen on a -8/-4, while benching Jota and Trent, as Liverpool are likely to get a double Gaming22. And Mo Salah will be leaving for AFCON after the Chelsea game. So, those are my options. Kyle Walker has returned to training, so hopefully he will be back in the Man City starting lineup. I doubt he will, but, fingers crossed there. So yeah, that's how I'm likely to line up for the game week. I would have Livramento, Alonso on bench. This would be Bowen. This could possibly be Son. And yeah, we'll take it from there. So those are my likely moves. And what I can say is, please try your best to make transfers 15 to 20 minutes before the deadline. So many things are changing so fast currently. Fixtures are getting postponed and we're finding out new information all the time. So I will be holding my transfers until that moment. Thankfully, because I have a 0.3 million leeway, just in terms of those price rises and falls. If I had the exact money to make those moves, I may risk it and go tonight and go with option 1, as Son versus Watford is a very good fixture. So yeah, that's what I would do. And in terms of the best wildcard team for Gameweek21, you'd have to consider Gameweek21 as well as double Gameweek22, where up to 8 new fixtures will be added to the schedule. And I'm not going to go into detail behind every single pick here. You can watch my previous video where I discussed that in detail, which was released just a day ago. So it isn't very old information, but kind of old information nonetheless. But I did go into detail on why I'm picking which players. And in that team, I had Josh King, and I may just change that and go for Dennis if he is allowed to play for Watford. I am seeing that his national team have now put in a complaint or filed a motion or something like that, where they are saying that Dennis shouldn't be allowed to play for Watford because Watford didn't let him come to play for AFCON. It's crazy out there, but all we can do is wait for more information. So with this team, I would bring in Calvert-Lewin up top. I have also seen that, according to Ben Cullen, Everton could get a double game week in Gameweek22 as well. So having Calvert-Lewin as well as Gray, those could be quite nice options in your wildcard team if they get a double-double, I've got Kane in for the Watford game, with Spurs likely getting a double game week in 22 as well. And go for Madison there. And Son, as I've mentioned before. My keeper pairing would be Pickford with De Gea. And in defense, I will go for Thomas from Leicester, Matt Target from Villa, Virgil to get triple Liverpool, Oh, what is happening here? Oh, I've still got Foden in this team. What am I doing? Jared Bowen. Was wondering why I just had like 3.2 mil. And at 4.7 mil, I'd say the best player to get is Sufal. Some of you want to go for Dawson, but he is 0.2 more expensive, so I do like Sufal. I favor him a bit more. And that would take the exact budget in my team. This would be a great bench boost team, I would say, for double Gameweek 22. But I do advise not playing your bench boost chip right now. Any fixture could get postponed. We don't really know what's going on, and I would rather keep the bench boost for later on in the season. When you know for sure, or when you feel a little more certain than you feel right now about fixtures going on and targeting, the decent fixtures to bench boost. So I would use this as a squad of 15 and have players on the bench, because it's very likely that your players on the bench will be coming in with so many games getting postponed after the deadline, which is so frustrating. So the luck factor in terms of FPL right now is sky high. So if you can get a very decent squad of 15, I would go for this. Now, I'm sure a few of you have a lot less budget than I have. I have a little over 105 mil. So if you want to go a bit cheaper here, you could get rid of Harry Kane and get in Josh King or Dennis, which leaves you with quite a lot of money. You could upgrade your defense, you could bring in Regulon, you could do a whole bunch of things. So yeah, this would be the team that I go for as the best wildcard team for Gameweek 21. I hope you enjoyed it, I hope you found it helpful. I hope you start the year with a massive green arrow. Get your questions in below, like and subscribe if you haven't yet. Good luck for the game week everyone, and remember to FPL responsibly.